Are you a creative artist who's not quite sure where to find material for your group? Well, today's video is all about where to find great performance-oriented material, as well as some wonderful rehearsal resources. Welcome to FYI Friday. So I'd like to tell you about some of my top go-to drama performance resources first, and these are covered in no particular order. Bringing Scripture Alive is a great resource that came to us out of the East. It's available in your South Trade Department, and it's wonderful because it not only covers just drama, but it covers dance, movement, readers, theater, music, poetry, literature, and media, and it's just a wonderful resource. And it comes with a companion CD in the back, and the scripts are well written. It has tips and tricks in the front. It's just a wonderful, wonderful resource. While we're talking about Bringing Scripture Alive, I'd also like to show you Volume 3 of Bringing Scripture Alive, and it's the Justice Edition. And it's a bunch of material about social justice, and I love it. So if you have a sermon in church about social justice, or it would be a nice companion piece, go ahead. You can get this at your trade department in the South as well, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful resource. I would say my top resource for finding great, relevant skits would have to be the skit guys, because they're not cheesy, they're hilarious, and they strike home, and I really, really appreciate that. So I actually, every time that I plan something for a drama in the divisional creative arts, I use one of these two script books, and they're amazing. They're available on Amazon or through the Skit Guys, and it's just fantastic. So they have Volume 1, Volume 2. They're both equally as good. I think I use a little bit more out of the Volume 1, but that's just, personal preference. But they're both very good. And if you would like an instant skit book, they also write these, and they're guided improvisational tools so that you can have a great improvisational rehearsal, possibly carry it over into a guided improvisational performance. It's just a great resource all around, so I highly recommend those. Another resource for just your rehearsal purposes and technique purposes is a book that I talked about in my previous video last week. I've also talked about it several times before, and it's the 275 Acting Games book. It is fantastic as a resource. I am actually showing you currently the library's copy, the divisional library's copy, because mine is so notated and marked up and worn that I was a little bit embarrassed to show you. So this again is available through Amazon. It's also available through our divisional library, you'll see here. So check it out. It's free at the divisional library, and it shouldn't be more than $20 on Amazon. Moving on to dance, I have a couple of resources that I'd like to talk to you about, one of which is kind of unorthodox, but it has some great information inside. So much so that we used it as our textbook in college for our Ballet for Dance Majors class, and that's Ballet for Dummies. It is a great resource when you're talking about talking in layman's terms and learning things simply, learning technique and the terminology for ballet. It's really great. It's a wonderful resource, and it's also available on Amazon and in our library. The second dance resource is called Moving with the Spirit, and it's available nationwide through trade, and it's a resource that was released by the Territorial Creative Arts Ensemble in the South, and it's several dances already choreographed for you. Some of the harder dance moves are broken down so that you can learn them on a basic level, and it offers choreography from solos to large group pieces, from modern to hip hop, And from easy to hard, it's a fantastic resource and I highly recommend it. So I'm sure you've noticed by now that I've been referencing the divisional library throughout this entire video, and I really want to drive home that it's an incredible resource that Jan McMahon has put together for us, because we have our own section of creative arts books and resources, and they're completely free for you to use as long as you're a Salvationist. If you'd like more information about that, go ahead and comment below or email me, or even just talk to your core officer, because it has to go through your core in order for you to get that privilege of using it. But it's fantastic, so I highly recommend that as well. And of course, I'm a resource to you as well. I conduct workshops in timbrels, dance, drama, public scripture reading, whatever is performance-oriented that you think would benefit your creative arts group or your core. Please let me know so that I can conduct a workshop for you at your core building. Just make sure that it goes through and is approved ultimately by your core officer, and that they're the ones to contact me and welcome me to teach a workshop. But I'd love to do that. Also, if you're not quite sure how to use the resources I've mentioned, please feel free to contact me by email or comment below in the box. That would be fantastic. I hope this video has been helpful to you. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future videos, please let me know. Email me at priscilla_knapp@uss.salvationarmy.org. Happy Friday.